Hello everybody and welcome back to another anti-MLM video. I'm Christine, I'm glad you're here. Today we're going to take a look at Farmasi and how Farmasi, the makeup, health and wellness network marketing company that was established in Turkey, is different than other network marketing companies, I guess. At least that was the title of a team call from somebody who not too long ago joined Farmasi. The person was high up in Sensi, had a lot of followers, had a lot of people joining her team. She was at the tippity top rank of Sensi, left a while ago, and now tries to be successful in Farmasi. And we will take a look because she uploads the team calls to her YouTube channel. And she had a YouTube channel before where she also uploaded the team calls. She surprisingly had a good amount of followers. I think it was over 10,000 people who subscribed to the channel and who watched the trainings for whatever reason, maybe not just the people on her team in Farmasi, but also others. And after she left Sensi, she had to pretty much start new social media, and she has now over 160 followers. That is just a fair warning for those in network marketing companies. Read the partner agreement, the independent contractor agreements very, very well, because with most network marketing companies, you pretty much give the network marketing company the rights to all of your content. And that is why I guess she didn't continue to upload on her old YouTube channel, but started this new one. It's really a pitiful sight, let's say it like this. We're going to take a look why Farmasi is different, and the team call starts pretty much mid-sentence. I don't quite understand why, but that's how it was. We will take a look, I will move on over, and we will see how Farmasi, according to her, is different.
And I'm always going to be someone who sees what's right and encourages you to see what's right and is going to point you to celebrate what's right in your world. At the same time, I want you to know this. I am also never, ever going to gaslight you or downplay your emotions or your feelings or what's really happening in your lives either. Okay? I want you to know that. And you are safe with us and you can talk to us and you can tell me this is hard or this sucks or this hurts, and I'm going to empathize with you. And I'm never going to cut you off and be like, that's not real, or like, let's just focus on what's good and bury that bad stuff. We're going to work through it together. Okay. And
I beg to disagree. I don't know who the person beside her is. We will take a look, by the way. The first time that I've seen somebody host this together with her in the room, wherever she's sitting there. But she did gaslight the crap out of her downline in Sensi, because she was one of the Sensi leaders who said, if you're being poor, that's a choice. That, in my opinion, is gaslighting. If you tell your downline, if you're poor, if you're not succeeding here, that's because you chose to. It's a choice of yours to not be successful and to not make a lot of money. That is gaslighting. So maybe she's also rebranding now. Maybe she saw that Sensi really wrecked a lot of people's lives, but that was gaslighting. So hopefully she has learned something as well.
And since that's how we view the world, Nathan actually has some great things to talk about. Look, there are going to be hard times. There are going to be things that are difficult. You are going to have hard days. And Nathan has a great message prepared to share with you about that tonight.
So I'm a big fan of never letting feedback go to waste. And I've been fortunate enough to get to talk to several of you guys in the first 90 days of doing this business. And I just want to take a few minutes tonight to share collectively what I've learned. Um, just as a preface, the biggest thing I've learned is we have a beautiful community here. I've done this one-on-one training with nearly 50 of you in the Glow Gang, and it wasn't like a quick 15-minute, 10-minute session. For anybody who's done with the trainings with me, they know it's been 2 to 3 hours per session. And we've uncovered and unpacked a lot of stuff, and I heard a lot of great feedback. And that is part of not gaslighting, is we want to be open and transparent with community. And I want to share with you what each of you have collectively taught me in your feedback.
That's interesting. I don't know who Nathan is. Probably her partner, husband, somebody who trains the people that joined her on the Glow group. That's probably what she calls her team now in Farmasi. I hope that the training is involved in you joining Farmasi under her team and that you don't pay for that extra. She has a team of 70 people, and he was training and he was talking to 50 people for 2 to 3 hours. I do hope that that is included in those people joining her team, and that he's not taking extra money away from the downline to get a training. And I honestly don't get a lot of positive training vibes, because if you speak to a trainer, if you speak to a coach, if you ever had business coaching as well, those people have a certain type of charisma and a certain way of connecting with you. That doesn't mean that they need to be Daniel G, like annoying people where you think maybe you should take your meds before you speak to people. That's not what I'm saying. But those are specific types of people who have a certain charisma and the ability to connect with their clients. And I'm currently lacking that. So let's just say what wisdom he has to spread here. I've never seen him on any of her team calls before. So let's take a look. Be prepared.
We all have different strengths that we bring to the table. But there's like a common thread that I found that everybody's kind of struggling with. And some of the feedback I've heard from you mainly is we're all new. Let's face it, we're all new. This has been a whirlwind for a lot of us. We're all jumping in with both feet. We're at different stages, different places, but we're here. And a lot of the things I've been hearing back is, what does success look like here? I don't feel successful, right? I'm having trouble attracting customers or making sales. I'm comparing myself to others that are here, right? And it's impacting my self-worth. And I want you guys to know that I'm actually hearing this from people that are experiencing success. Mm-hmm. Because for this, not every single one-on-one training with me is going to have a pre-qualifier, but this specific one, you actually have to be building a business and you have to have at least 5 frontline or more, okay? So here's some of the key realities that I've identified from a lot of the feedback I've received. People are trying to replace a previous income or business that took them years and years to build, and they're measuring their success when they speak to me based on what they've accomplished in less than 3 months. Okay? And when you're comparing what took...
They drive me nuts. I hope that is not a trainer that the team actually pays for. She's consistently scratching her face and moving her glasses, and he has the charisma of a paper wall. Sorry. They drive me insane. They drive me nuts already. It's a bad setup from my perspective. Number one, if you train people, learn how to speak without using a lot of filler words and a lot of ums. That is something that I would suggest. Or don't do lives. That's also something you can do, because you can conveniently edit that out. The first thing is that a lot of people gave him feedback and said, I don't feel successful. But they have success, according to him, because he had a lot of one-on-one trainings with them. Maybe then define, what does success mean? She was in Sensi before, she had a big team, and she very likely took a good amount of people with her to Farmasi. And those people, of course, are used to having a bigger team and to having a bigger income as well. And I think all of their paychecks very likely crumbled heavily in Sensi, until she also reached a level where she said, you know what, my paycheck is now also affected heavily. I need to do something and I need to leave. And I don't see my future in Sensi, so I'm going over to Farmasi and I will take as many people with me as possible. But in the end, most of those people, although very privileged compared to others who really start from scratch in a network marketing company, not a lot of team members very likely left with them. It's a privileged situation if you had a team before, but unless you take 100% of your team with you to a new network marketing company, which I think is highly unlikely, of course you will make less money. There's also this expectation that we're now going to a new network marketing company and we will be doing better than we did at Sensi. So what does success mean? What rank do you have to hit? What is your financial goal for the month? How much product do you want to sell? How many people do you want to recruit? And of course, people will compare their success to the success they had before when things went well. I think that's normal. That's what I always think is important to recognize. What does success mean? Define that. Give specifics. Give specific information. What does success for me in Farmasi mean? Before at Sensi, I made $300 and now I want to make $350. I want to make a profit. That is called success. I want to get my hands on the products 50% off. That is success for me. Define success. Otherwise, we're talking into the void and we're talking to people without any specifics. And that is what always bugs me and what really rubs me the wrong way, that people speak to an audience without facts, without specifics. If you want to train people, be specific. Give clear guidance. React to the individual people and be specific. I don't think you can do that when you are like a lifestyle guru or a life coach, or when you're in a network marketing company, or when you're one of those self-help gurus, because then people can really call you out that you don't have a lot to offer. That is my opinion, if you are specific. So now you're making 300, and we're going to help you to make $500 each and every month over the course of the next half year. And then we're going to make more, and then we're going to make more. We're going to work towards that. What does success mean? Give me a definition, and also give the people that you train a definition. That would be helpful.
When you're comparing what took you years, some of you 5, 10 years to build, and you're comparing it to what you've done in the last 30, 60, or 90 days, you're doing yourself an injustice. And yes, I have spoken with people that have teams of 15 already. And I'm like, what was your best year ever at another opportunity? And they're like, well, I won this award for getting 15 people in a year. And I'm like, time out. You're beating yourself up because you only have a team of 15. You've only been doing this for 45 days. But this is the feedback I'm getting, so I'm sharing it with you guys because I think what impacts somebody may be impacting somebody else, right?
But stop the scratching, please. Just stop it. Makes me nervous when people consistently touch their faces. Maybe it's allergy time over there, I get it. But people consistently working their glasses. It's like, please get other glasses. If you consistently have to move, then there's obviously something wrong. Stop touching your hair all the time. That is what drives me nuts when women do that. Please just focus on the task and don't do all of those extra things. If I were consistently scratching myself, then you would also be very likely distracted. And now I lost what I wanted to say. I forgot it. Stop touching your nose all the time. Makes me itchy. So he's saying people were able to have a team of 15. They were able to recruit 15 people within 45 days in Farmasi. And they were able to do that at another network marketing company in an entire year. So that is great success. But what about comparison? You are, now that it's beneficial for the team and for your downline or your wife's downline or however they're allowed to split that up in Farmasi, you are comparing your current situation to the old one, saying, look, now it's a lot better. You recruited 15 people within 45 days. Very likely your downline that you recruited before over the course of a year, and those are the poor suckers who went to Farmasi with you, but you're comparing it because now it is beneficial, whereas on the other side, comparison is the death of joy, and you shouldn't be doing that if it is not to your advantage, if the new business opportunity isn't as fly as you thought it would be. So which one is it? Either compare yourself or don't.
Another thing that I've recognized is people are used to old business models that have constricted their definition of what success looks like. People are looking at others growing faster, and they're not realizing what they have accomplished.
I can't unsee it now.
Since
I will
we're
just
all
listen,
new
I cannot
here,
watch.
it can also be difficult for everyone to see the big picture of Farmasi because you have to experience it, right? You have to be in it for a little while. But the big picture of Farmasi and how it's different and how this company meets people where they are and aligns with what they want to get out of this opportunity. So basic psychology, guys.
Basic psychology, if you want to be an MLM trainer, don't use a lot of those filler words and stop fidgeting with your nose. This video, just as a reminder, is titled How Farmasi is Different and How You Can Be Successful There. You need to experience Farmasi, aka you need to join Farmasi to even be able to judge if this is for you. Although you might have done network marketing before and you know network marketing companies, you know the systems, but you gotta join. Otherwise, you don't know if it is for you, although you might have done the very same thing with a different company, different products for years. You might have just done it elsewhere, but you got to join. And Farmasi is different because it's not your old-fashioned MLM, because Farmasi meets you where you are at. What does that mean? Once again, I'm lacking definitions. How is that different? Every network marketer on every opportunity call, on every team call says, well, this company is designed for you. We meet you where you're at, whatever your needs are, we're here for you. What does that mean? And why does that make Farmasi special?
Basic psychology, guys. I've learned over time. I'm 42 now. I know I'm not 90 and the cane and the ancient guy telling stories to all the grandkids, but I've learned enough in my life, and I've seen how basic human psychology impacts us all. Have you guys ever wondered, like, why people that have been in prison for any length of time have such a hard time transitioning into society? And you never being in prison or thinking, why don't you just want freedom? What's wrong with you? Why are you just dying to commit another crime and go back to prison? Why is it so hard for them to function in the outside world? Well, let's face it. Let's look at basic human psychology.
So are we comparing Farmasi and network marketing to people in prison? I mean, I would go with that narrative because you cannot cope with the outside world, with the actual business world. Probably not what he means, but that's what I'm hearing.
It's not just people in prison. It's people in relationships that aren't healthy. It's places of business, habits, routines, work, etc. We have parts of our lives that we keep running back to, or we consider running back to, not because they're good or healthy, but because it's what we know, and we believe our own lives. It's easier just to go back to the same well to drink the water because you know what to expect, even if you know the water is bad. Okay? The biggest issue with most business models today, the product is not always the problem. If it is, the businesses usually fold relatively quickly. Here lies the issue. When you find someone who falls in love with the products that you offer, they should be able to enjoy the products in the way that they desire and nothing more. Wouldn't you agree? Wouldn't that take the pressure off everyone in your team if they could just enjoy this opportunity the way they wanted to and nothing more? They should be able to find joy in the things they find joy in and nothing more. But because of the way most businesses are structured and designed, in order to survive as a business, that's not possible. Instead, instead of people being able to just simply enjoy the products, you find someone who falls in love with the products you offer. Then you have to convince them that they could be good at selling the products themselves. Then they join your team, and the relationship you once had with them often changes. Mm-hmm. And just so you guys know, what I'm speaking to is coming from the feedback of these trainings. It's not just something that I added in, that these are my 2 cents. This is all collected from the feedback of people struggling to grow and to build or do the business the way they want to do it. Okay. So they warm up to the product. You have to convince them that they'd be good at doing what you do. And then, they have to be convinced that they're good at selling them as well. So when they join your team, the relationship that you once had is now changed, okay? Can you agree that happens sometimes? They now feel the pressure of selling products that they only wanted to enjoy and never wanted that responsibility in the first place. That's not sustainable.
No, and that's also why this is such a predatory business model. Because to tell somebody, hey, if your customers just want to enjoy the products, just let them enjoy the products. Meet them where they're at. That is such a childish kindergarten ABCD narrative, of course. And no legitimate salesperson or business owner would ever question that. Hey, we have this offer. If you like this product, maybe get that product as well. We have a product bundle. That's what a salesperson would do, trying to point them into the direction of other products, more products they could enjoy. And in return, they would also make a commission. But in network marketing, a customer is not worth as much as a team member. And that is why it is important to convince them that if they like the product, they should also like the business model, join the team, become a salesperson, and then you have certain expectation towards that person. Person is not just a customer anymore, but a team member, and your paycheck depends on that team member to also sell and to recruit. And that very likely changes the dynamic. I completely agree with that. But yet again, it outs how ridiculous network marketing is. If you have a customer and that customer enjoys the product, that person should just be a customer and not a team member, not somebody who also tries to do network marketing. It is absolutely ridiculous, but that is the core of network marketing, this ridiculous setup. Let customers just be customers. But that's not a possibility. If in network marketing, it is more beneficial to have team members than customers.
Okay. So I looked up some statistics. I'm not going to put you to sleep. It's just one statistic. According to the Bureau of Labor for the United States, only 8.8% of the people work in sales-related positions. And out of that 8.8%, they're including cashiers at gas stations, people that are like cashiers at grocery stores and you know, Target, Walmart, whatever. Anybody who brings a pack of gum, scans it, beep, and then exchanges money with you, the Bureau of Labor considers that a sales position. So let's be real. The people that are actually seeking sales positions is much lower than 8.8%. Okay. So ask yourself, is it more probable, okay, for you to be able to run a business from such a small pool of people that there's so many other businesses out there competing with? Or do you want to try to grow a business where 100% of the people have an opportunity to join and be themselves, not putting strains on your relationships? So let me be clear and put your mind at ease. If you have people joining your team that are selling the products, or excuse me, if you have people joining your team, you are selling products.
Mhm.
A lot of people have said, I have a problem attracting customers and selling products. I need to remind you, if people are joining your team, you are selling the products. You are seeing success. The only thing that is different this time around is helping them save money by introducing them to the influencer discount. This is 2025, post-COVID. The world has gone online. There are so many companies struggling to stay afloat. And why? While they're all struggling to stay afloat, Farmasi has their sights on being the #1 direct sales company in the world. Why is Farmasi continuing to outpace and outgrow their competition? Because Farmasi is a big picture business who has been able to bring real human connection together with the internet. Their business model is designed to attract everyone by helping them instead of convincing them. So this is your current reality here. You work hard to grow customers and teams, and this company also helps you with the heavy lifting by giving your teammates 50% off, giving them freebies, rewards, incentives, deals, welcome programs, etc. Your customers are joining you and they are staying with you longer because they have a place with no pressure that incentivizes them to keep coming back. You were simply the gateway to helping them save money and replace their products with ones they currently use, but now they have EU standards. So more reasons that Farmasi is different and why you're in the right place. If you, yes, I'm talking to you, if you want to be here for the personal discount and nothing more, you belong.
If I were on that team, I'm sorry, I would refuse to book a coaching call with that individual. You are reading off a script and you're not even reading it well. I'm talking to you. Yes, I'm talking to you. Do you hear me? Like, give your audience the ability to also react. He's reading off a script. Not helpful. Farmasi is so different because you can build a team and you can also attract customers who like the products, because as an influencer, that is where human connections meet the internet. They can get the products for 50% off. How is that unique to Farmasi? Farmasi has what looks like to me very ordinary products. Very ordinary makeup products, skincare products, hair care products. They claim that they're discounted prices, but they're really not. They're overpriced for what they are. But if you join Farmasi as a distributor and they call that influencers, you're not an influencer. That's the title of the people joining, selling the products. Then you can get the products 50% off. So if you have a customer who really loves and enjoys the product, that's what I get from this training, you could also just invite them to become Farmasi influencers, aka they join the team, and that way they can get their hands on the product they love so much for 50% off. And you're doing people a service because you either offer them a business opportunity or the product they love so much for 50% less. How is that different from any other network marketing company? That is what I speak about when I react to these team calls so much, that I say, why don't you just let customers be customers? That is also on the network marketing company, to provide them with a customer program where they can comfortably buy the products at a discounted price without having to join as a network marketer. But that is what the companies do. You can be a customer, get the products at retail prices. Sometimes they have a VIP program as a VIP customer, and you might get 15% discount. But if you join as a distributor, you get more. 20, 25, 30, in the case of Farmasi, 50% discount. The numbers are a little bit different, but the concept is the same. Recruit your customers. That's what I'm hearing, and that is what ultimately wrecked them at Sensi. The Sensi CEO at the beginning of 2025 said, "We forgot that we're also selling to customers, and you recruited all of the customers, and now we need to focus on customers again, because the people who joined Sensi and who left again, they were also your customers, but now they're gone." And now we're doing the same thing here. We're just wording it differently. Very weirdly, in my opinion, for somebody who is some sort of trainer, coach on this call. Very weird. And if you read a script, read it well. Thank you.
If you want to be here as a hobbyist and nothing more, you belong. If you want to be here to run a small business and help your friends and family and nothing more, you belong. If you want to be here and you want to do it big, you belong. So let me break it down. Here at Farmasi, you're actually helping people. You're not introducing them to products that are optional, that they don't know they need, or don't change their lives. You're helping people feel better from the inside out, gain confidence, love what they're seeing in the mirror, wake up with less pain, have better quality days and nights, more focus, healthier bodies, find cleaner alternatives to what they're already buying, helping them save money. You're helping people not have to give up luxuries in tough times. And we can all face the music. Times have been tough recently in the economy, in the world. For those who have done their homework, you realize that this is a real discount that Farmasi gives influencers. It's a real 50% discount.
Yeah.
It's not some inflated price that they're knocking half off. It's a real discount. The retail price that consumers have the option of paying for at Farmasi, it's comparable to what's on the shelves at these other stores, okay?
It's actually not. Farmasi is really, really overpriced. You can get the products for a lot less at discounters, whether it is their makeup products or their hair care or their skincare products. If Farmasi can offer its own distributors a 50% discount, then the products are vastly overpriced for what they are. Let's take a look at the website. Just for shits and giggles, I'm going to pull out my glasses, and I did that in the past as well. I compared the prices. Farmasi. I compared the prices to drugstore prices here in Germany, and they are overpriced for what they are. All right, I went to the US website and I started the screen recording, and we will just take a look at the new arrivals. We have a mascara here, for example. As a retail customer, you could get your hands on this one for $27.50. If you are a preferred client, a preferred customer, you could get that for $20.63. If you joined as a distributor, you would get this amazing mascara for $13.75. If I go into a drugstore here, and I'm currently wearing the Lash Princess from Essence, you can get that mascara for 3 or 4 euros. You can get Maybelline mascaras for 6 or 7 euros. You can get L'Oreal, which is the priciest one, for 11 or 12 euros, for example. Now, granted, these are dollars, but you're still below the price of what Farmasi offers its own distributors. Stumbling over my words, it's so strange. Then we have the flaunted body sculpting scrub for $35. I can go to a very popular shopping mall close to where I live, and I could get a Rituals pack. $35. I could get a scrub, I could get a candle, and I could get a shower gel or a body gel for less than that from Rituals, which is a known company here. Then we have the toner spray, a facial spray from Dr. Tuna for $18. I can go on Amazon and actually purchase rose water. That is what I use as my toner. It's cooking quality, so it's also good for the skin. No preservatives, no additives, etc. for 15 euros for a big bottle that will last me for probably half a year. Those are the new products coming in, just those. And then you have the Midnight Touch set, new shades. What are you? Very likely a blush set. So you could spend $170 on these if you purchased the 7 shades of this. What are you? It's a cream blush and contour collection. Okay, 7 of these. You might not even be able to use half of the products, I would assume. That would be $85 you would spend as a distributor, as a pharmacy influencer, if you were to join Farmasi and you wanted to get your hands on these products. Do we see how overpriced these products are? Let's just go into the liquid lipstick just for funsies. $20, $18, $19. And ugly colors as well. You're telling me you cannot get a drugstore liquid lipstick for less than that? I'm in no way, shape, or form am I very familiar with lipstick prices, but you could even get a MAC lipstick for a similar price and you have an actual known brand, if that is important to you, and you could get your hands on these. Those are not drugstore prices. That is not cheap. That doesn't mean that you don't miss out on luxury items or on luxury in a day and age where people struggle financially. I would say if you can get your hands on these products for 50% and you struggle financially, you can get your hands on good products for less than that. There is no need to buy from Farmasi. And if you offer people makeup, I would consider those luxury items that nobody needs in times of financial needs. Might be nice if you have the ability to throw on a mascara or an eyebrow gel here or there. Of course, it's also nice. It's a way of escapism if you're not able to afford that. But if you're not able to afford it, don't get it. It's that simple. So to claim that Farmasi is so different because you can offer them something at a reduced price and you don't miss out on luxury is absolutely bogus. And influencer is really just the title. That is what they mean when they mention Farmasi and influencers. Would you like to become a Farmasi influencer? Your business, your way. Take control of your future with Farmasi. At Farmasi, you will get high quality products, the best compensation plan, of course, excellent customer service, and a very low startup cost. You will also become part of a vibrant community of Farmasi influencers, their distributors, hundreds of thousands of people working together to change their lives. Become a Farmasi influencer, meaning become a distributor. So if that term pops up, you know now it's not an influencer, it's a distributor in a network marketing company called Farmasi.
So let's talk about sustainability for the company and wrapping up. Pharmacy products are the type of products that are extremely important to consumers today. People care about wellness, health, and clean beauty today more than ever before. And data shows the importance is only increasing for upcoming generations. Hear me, it's only increasing for upcoming generations. That means you don't have to worry about your business dying because of the products they're selling.
How can you take somebody like this seriously if they're training you? Hear me, blah, 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 blah. So when I'm saying this, hear me. Put some effort into this. Come on, if you want to be a trainer, at least you lost some of the filler words now, then you cannot make what you say appear as if you're reading off a script, which he's obviously doing. Hear me.
That means you don't have to worry about your business dying because of the products they're selling. In fact, the business is going to grow, and it's more important to the people that are growing up and getting jobs. So your business is going to last past today. It's going to be there for the next generation tomorrow. Because you know what I found out through research? Gen Z is attracted to this field, and Gen Alpha, yes, the ones that don't even have driver's license and can't even enter into a contract, they're already going to the stores and buying these products and using their parents' money to buy these products. It is important to the next generation as well. So let's talk about what is sustainable for you, okay?
Yeah, let's not talk about that. How can you claim, though, that this is a business that, because of the setup of Farmasi, because you help people save money, because you invite your customers into the business model, and then you just let them purchase the product there, then Farmasi is different, and that will be sustainable also for future generations. Future generations are very critical of network marketing. And if today's teenagers want to get their hands on certain products, like beauty and health and wellness products, I doubt they have waited for Farmasi to spend their parents' money. So that is a very, very strange calculation that I think you need to tell yourself if you're in this system and if you need to encourage a team to stay and sell and recruit and allow people to be customers while still recruiting them into your downline, then you need to tell yourself that. Instead of taking an actual sales job As an actual salesperson after Farmasi, there was a decision to stay in network marketing. Talking of people in prison, you stick to what you know. If you're a good salesperson, you could just become an actual salesperson for a legitimate company that has nothing to do with being in a network marketing company. But to claim, well, we're seeing that network marketing companies are spiraling, more and more and more and more and more people are dropping off, more and more companies are closing down, paychecks are down, people are leaving network marketing altogether. That's also why I guess we only have a handful of people who are following this YouTube account. Well, this was somebody who had thousands of followers on her former YouTube account and a big ass team. Not everybody went to the new network marketing company because they thought, you know what, I'm just not going to do network marketing anymore. That is the current trend. So to claim in generations to come that will be different just because, and we're so different here, you just need to put in the effort, is really very, very strange. And it's not rooted in facts, in my opinion. It's rooted in wishful thinking yet again.
We've preached for years and years, if you don't have fun with your business, you're not going to continue to do your business. You're going to get burned out. So here's the thing, at Farmasi, you never have to convince people to sell because you know in the back of your mind that's the only way they can keep their discount. Okay? You never have to convince someone to purchase more things. They are simply replacing the things they are already using. You never have to lay your head on the pillow at night thinking, did I do the right thing by sharing this product? You're making a difference and you're adding value to people's lives in a way that they can simply be themselves and enjoy the products with no pressure to sell or recruit. If you ask people all around the globe what makes them happy, everybody knows the famous saying, giving is better than receiving.
Amen.
Okay? And helping people feels good, and that is sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
That's a business that transcends generations. And in closing, guys, it does not matter why you are here. Okay? We are happy that you are here. If you want to do this to learn about the latest promotion, or if all you want to do is learn how to help your family members and friends save money, or if you want to make this your full-time job, guys, we're just happy that you're here. Life is too short and we all deserve to be around people who care about us more than anything. And at the end of the day, this opportunity that has brought us together helps us provide for our families better. Whether you're putting food on the table by saving money on what you're already buying, making a little money and helping the people around you, or making this an opportunity that you do full time and making more money. You're just getting paid to help people live budget-friendly, better, healthier, and more beautiful lives. You deserve a community. You deserve real relationships. And I encourage you to find people in this group and start a journey with them, okay? I'm new to Facebook. I'm new to social media, but I can see how people feel that they're connecting, but there's not a real connection, okay? Here's what I want to encourage you to do. If someone posts about themselves in the Glow Gang and you connect with them, send them a DM. If someone is posting about what makes you tick and you relate to that, send them a DM. If someone is struggling with a real life situation or sort of supporting a cause that resonates with you, sending them a DM, okay? Let's face the music. The internet is here and it's not going anywhere. But that does not mean you have to lose what makes you human.
That is one of the worst trainings ever. You should get a different job. Absolutely not. You could not pay me to sit through this if I were in Farmasi. Everything he has described so far is, in my opinion, brainwashing. This is a wonderful community and none of this is connected to sales. You don't need to convince people to do anything. All of what he described was convincing people to purchase something or to buy into something. That is sales. You're not sharing, you have to sell. Sell the business opportunity by telling people to become influencers and bettering their lives by building a business in a network marketing company called Farmasi. You have to sell people products that they love and then maybe want to join as well as Farmasi influencers, aka distributors, to get their hands on the products 50% off because it's more beneficial for you if you have a team member than an actual customer. You trying to convince people to live better lives and have money left at the end of the day so that they're able to put food on the table of their family, because they should switch out their products for the pharmacy products that are very likely, not even when you join as a distributor, less pricey than the products you already use. They want to sell you very likely on more products that you haven't even used before, because you can also get your hands on the health and wellness products to live a clean life. Then that is considered sales. Pharmacy is not different. You have to sell people these things. That is why we have this call. That is why this individual was on calls with 50 people on the team allegedly for 2 to 3 hours, selling them on believing they can do this business opportunity as well. And they should stay longer, because that way the person can make them more money. That is called sales. Now, I believe he is doing a very, very bad job at this, because some people shouldn't be sales trainers, all right? If you don't have the charisma, if you cannot even read your script properly so that it comes across naturally, if you need a script on a call like this, just come across as a human being, hear me, and deliver the lines as if you actually mean them. You know, some people shouldn't be in sales. I shouldn't be in sales. I would be the worst salesperson, because I don't want to bug people. Hey, would you like to get this really overpriced product here? I need to make a commission. No. Okay, good. We're fine. Or cold messaging people. There were so many opportunities and job offers that were based on commission, selling products, getting a commission when I was at the university, because you had actual time freedom. You didn't have to sit in an office for specific hours. And that is why that was so attractive to students at the time. And whenever I showed up at such an opportunity, which were actual opportunities, I recognized, this is a sales-based job. I'm out of here. So I get it. It's not for everybody, but stay in your lane, okay? Stay behind the camera. That's what I would suggest.
So let's connect, let's love, and together, remember, together we glow.
Good job, babe. Good job.
No. If that is your partner, support your partner, but also be honest with them and say, hey, you should never do this again. Not on a call, but afterwards, hey, you're not coming on this call again. I'm doing this from now on. Know your strength, right?
Good job.
No, not good job.
I loved what he said about loving your work, you know, and that makes it sustainable for you to be able to do this for a very long time. It really is a secret to doing something for a long time, loving what you do. And when you have the mindset of like, I'm helping people, and you guys, I'm going to be so honest with you. From the very beginning, I've been like, before we even decided to come to Farmasi and we were looking at where did we want to go and who do we want to partner with, when I looked at the comp plan and I saw that it was 50% commission, 50% discount, and like $20 to join on any given day, I literally, like, a light bulb went off, and I literally said, I can build an army of people who want to come here for a discount. Like, no problem. And I thought to myself, I'm like, we can help so many people save money. We can help. And then as we have grown in here, I'm like, we can help people feel good with 5-minute makeup. We can help people love what they see in the mirror and not be so intimidated by makeup routines and crazy reels. We can help people with a daily collagen, help people feel better and enjoy their skin better. We can help people sleep better. Like, it just, there's so many ways that we're helping people, and it feels so freaking good.
But it's still a sales job, and you're still selling to them. And what they're not mentioning here is this 50% discount when you join Farmasi. All of that sounds great. If you really love the products, why not take a look at that? I always pointed out that that is one of the predatory sides of network marketing, because once you have a foot in the door, that is of course helpful, and those are the people that might also start to sell the product, recruit people. If you join a network marketing company, then there's always cost involved. And the same is true for Farmasi. What she said here is that you can just join it. It's a no-brainer for $19.95. What you get with this very basic starter kit is a variety of samples. That is what you get when you join Farmasi as a distributor. Who wants to join Farmasi with this starter kit that pretty much entails nothing? But conveniently, you just get a bunch of brochures and a bunch of samples. Why? Because it's supposed to be a sales job? Yeah, not for your private consumption. But conveniently, when you join, you also have the option to join with other kits. Now, those kits that involve actual products, you need to pay a lot more for. You have the premium kit with a lot of products, then you have the elite essential kit where you have a lot of product, you have the makeup kit, the premium nutrition kit, and then you have the supreme kit with everything, and then you already spent a lot more than just $19.99. If you like the product, you still need to purchase the products. You still need to pay $19.99 to be able to join Farmasi as a distributor, and then you continue to purchase the product. So let's not forget that you spent $20 just to join, and what she doesn't mention here is that you might get your hands on the products because you love them and it's actually convenient for you as a customer. For $125, you get those products, you get those, and you get those products. For $500, you get your chance to get your hands on everything. That doesn't sound too horrible, but you're still spending a lot more money than just $19.99. And on top of that, when you are in Farmasi, you also have the requirement to purchase a certain amount of product per, I think it was 6 months. $125 or $150. That's the money you have to spend to be considered active. So if you don't want to be kicked out, you have to spend a certain amount of money to get your hands on the products and to be able to get your hands on the products for 50% off, which is something you only can get your hands on to that price if you join as an influencer, as a distributor, meaning you have to spend a certain amount each and every year. And if you're good to go on the products and if you're stocked up, but 6 months come along and you still have to purchase $50, you still got to purchase $50. So it's not just that you have customers who are happy customers and you're helping them, you have a purchase requirement. And the $19.99 is without products. If you want to get actual products, it is a lot more. So let's not forget that. And that is something that network marketers like to forget. They like to not mention that. You have expenses as a customer in Farmasi. If you join as a Farmasi influencer, you have to purchase products, and you have expenses you wouldn't have if you were just a customer for other brands. If you would get your hands on other products that are likely less pricey, you would be able to save more. You don't have to purchase a $19.99 starter kit just to get 50% discount on what I would consider are overpriced products if the distributors can get those for 50% less. And then you have a regular purchase requirement each and every 6 months. So let's also calculate that if you really want to attract people, live better and healthier lives, and at the end of the month, they have more money left because they just exchange the products they already have for less pricey product. There is more cost involved, and we don't hear that at all.
On top of that, like outside of products, we have been literally like in full transparency, we've been praying and asking God to bring people here to us who need our help, whether that's encouragement or community, or they need help building finances, or they just need like a friend, or like a place that they can be heard, or a place that they feel like they belong. And we feel like God is bringing people here for that reason, and we're like so excited. And no matter what is happening in the day, we're always able to look at each other and be like, this is so fun.
They seem like a lot of fun. We're looking at each other at the end of the day. Cue for the husband, I suspect, to also look up. You're doing a really, really piss poor job at this. This is brainwashing and faith manipulation. God doesn't bring people to you. You are on a team call, leading a team, telling people why Farmasi is different, although there's nothing different I've heard so far about Farmasi, how you can be successful, sustainably successful, although I have not heard anything why you should be successful and you could be sustainably successful in Farmasi. You are on this call because you want people to do their jobs. That is not God bringing you people. That is you reaching out to people, posting with a certain idea in mind that you want to attract customers and new recruits. And your team is supposed to do the same while being happy and absolutely joyful, while they very likely spend a lot of money on a lot of products so that you can make money. That is not God, that is you.
this is so good because, and things are going so good because of y'all, because of you, because you're here and you're enjoying it. And we're seeing your faces light up and grow teams and do things you didn't think you could do before. So this has been so amazing and just such an incredible journey to get started. And we love you. And we hope that this was helpful for you tonight. Friends, family, finances. Yeah. And we hope that you can fix your mindset on the fact that you are helping people and that you can change your mindset on the way to build your business here. And that even if it is recruiting or team building or offering the discount, that is an incredible way to help people. And it's so beautiful. And the more you do it, the greater your influence and eventually your paycheck grows too. So it's just how it works.
So it was a mindset, aka a brainwashing session, and not an actual legitimate team call with advice how you can be more successful and why Farmasi is so different. And if you want to talk about a joyful work environment, I would also suggest to talk to somebody else, because that didn't look joyful to me. She has a certain energy and a certain pizzazz and a certain drive to herself. I do understand why that might be appealing to some, but then imagine being on a coaching call with her babe, Nathan. I suspect it's her husband. That would drain all of the joy out of me. I mean, you must be absolutely brainwashed to believe that that person can teach you anything when on the short, 20-minute call, he wasn't even able to smile once to show you how joyful you are and to give you a script that you obviously read without coming across as if you read a script. Know your strength, okay? But also understand your weaknesses. That's what I would suggest. Brainwashing, faith manipulation, telling people to join. You're not selling, you're just making suggestions, helping people living better lives. But you still got to recruit them and they got to purchase a lot of products. How is Farmasi different? Just another brainwashing session so that the uplines can make more money and that the team is excited to recruit more people now in Farmasi. This was highly, highly manipulative in my opinion. It was a true gem, I have to say. I didn't expect that. Let me know your thoughts. What did you think about this team call? Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. If you don't want to miss out on further uploads, then please subscribe to the channel. That way you will get alerted whenever I upload new videos. And if you liked this specific video, then hopefully I will see you in my next one. Until then, cheers!